Imagine Stephen Covey sitting in a bustling Seattle coffee shop, notebook open, watching knowledge workers scramble heads down glued to screens. He senses something bigger bubbling beneath their daily grind. The old 7 habits helped millions get effective, but Covey sees a new challenge. How do we go beyond just effectiveness to truly find our voice and inspire others to find theirs in this relentless knowledge worker age? That question is where the 8th habit begins. Covey kicks off with a deceptively simple idea. Effectiveness alone won't cut it anymore. You need to discover your unique voice, your true strength or calling to thrive. Covey tells the story of Thomas Edison's relentless quest for the light bulb, fueled not by efficiency but by a clear purpose. Edison's voice wasn't just about making a bulb, it was about illuminating the world. His grit and clarity made him a master of innovation, illustrating how knowing your voice channels energy into breakthrough creations. Think of your voice like a guitar. If you just strum randomly, it's noise. But when you learn the chords, the skills, passions, and values connected, you create music unique to you. That's Covey's metaphor. Your voice is your personal instrument, one that needs tuning and practice to play your unique song in the knowledge worker age. People stuck in jobs often feel robotic, drained, or lost. Covey argues discovering your voice flips that script, transforming drudgery into calling. When you align daily work with your deepest talents and values, you don't just survive, you elevate your whole life. The payoff? Radical resilience, creativity, and influence where it matters. Next, Covey unveils a critical insight. People succeed only when organizations engage their whole selves, mind, heart, body, and spirit. Half engagement is the silent killer of today's workplaces. At Apple, during its near collapse in the late 90s, Steve Jobs didn't just overhaul tech or products, he rebuilt the company's soul. By respecting employees' deepest needs and creativity, he re-engaged the whole person, sparking a cultural rebirth that turned Apple into a beloved titan. Covey points to this as proof. Embedding spirit alongside skills electrifies teams. Covey maps 4 intelligences: mental thinking, emotional feeling, physical doing, and spiritual meaning seeking. Picture each as legs of a fragile stool. Without all balanced, you wobble or fall. Organizations that address only mental skills risk a lopsided workforce, but those who nurture all 4 create unstoppable momentum. Motivation isn't just dollars in your paycheck, Covey stresses. When employees connect emotionally and spiritually with what they do, when sense of meaning and contribution kick in, they outperform and innovate way beyond incentive schemes. The surprise? True engagement becomes its own reward, fueling exponential value creation. Finally, Covey flips the lens to leadership. The new 8th habit demands leaders inspire others to find and use their voices, because empowered teams are unstoppable creative forces. Covey recalls Abraham Lincoln's Civil War leadership. Rather than bulldoze ideas, Lincoln listened, engaged diverse voices, and drew out the best in his cabinet. This approach turned a fractured nation around. Leadership wasn't about power, but about inspiring others' voices to rise, a timeless lesson for all leaders in the knowledge worker age. Traditional leadership feels like giving orders top-down, controlling. Covey flips this to contribution-based leadership, where the leader's job is to unlock talents, encourage initiative, and coach voices to sing loud and clear. Imagine a conductor not playing an instrument but drawing brilliance from every musician. This leadership style creates multipliers, people who inspire others to do their best, leading to a ripple effect of innovation and excellence. The payoff? Teams that don't just follow but invent the future together, breaking the old mold of leadership and becoming the true architects of change. Remember that Seattle coffee shop where Covey first sensed the knowledge worker age's pulse? Now you know why just being effective isn't enough. You need to find your unique voice, engage fully, and help others do the same. So here's your move. Tonight, write down one thing that makes your work feel like a calling, not just a job. That tiny clarity might set off your own light bulb moment. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.